proud fun investor, love of adventure. I'll finally meet every idol of mine. Franchise dissector. Yes, 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 yes. You're a big weirdo. You're a big weirdo. Yes, 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 yes. Join this weird fandom with me. Join this weird fandom with me.
I may not be a 10, but I'm a natural 20. I was lonely back then, here I am one of many. I can't wait till the time when the weekdays are gone. Got a goal, don't wait up, heading straight to the con.
Yes, 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 yes. We're all big weirdos. We're all big weirdos. Yes, 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 yes. And we'll make this one a hit. We'll make this one a hit.
Testing, mic check. Cinnamon buns, cinnamon buns, cinnamon buns. Hello, friendos. My name is Nez, and we are once again back at it again for some more Monster Prom Sundays. As today, we're going to be romancing the Tengu, the yokai herself, the third wheel that tried to get between us and Suzanne last time. We're gonna be going after Nanase. Hello, Kitty, Zala, Skyla, Jessie. You're watching this while you're walking around town? Neat. Managed to join just as it started? That's a first? Hell yeah. How's everyone's week been? Been good? Been good. Congratulations, or my condolences, to those that celebrate Silk Song release week. I don't know. Are you struggling in Silk Song? Are you doing fine in Silk Song? I don't know. My condolences or congratulations, whatever works. You lost your job? Dang, that just means a new door is opened up for you. You love a girl with a long nose? What do you mean by that? You weren't planning on watching this one? You got your temporary driving papers? I don't know what that means. Ow! I think I pulled something. Ooh. So, Nanase came with the recent update that we had for this September? Yeah, they updated the game and added Nanase. She's a recent addition to the Secret Ending cast. However, there are apparently 2 secret endings for Nanase, the other of which I don't know how to unlock. So, I guess we'll figure it out along the way. That is that. You didn't think Silk Song would ever even release? Before you got your learner's permit, you got papers saying you couldn't drive until next month, by which you'll have the permit. Oh, you can drive now. Congratulations, you have a car. That's also another burden on your life. Never mind, I shouldn't have said that. Me and my big mouth. You gotta pay for gas, you gotta pay for repairs and maintenance. Oh, great. Anyway, congratulations on your newfound freedom on 4 wheels. I still haven't gotten to going back and playing Hollow Knight, mainly because yesterday, my internet was down for like a day. It was a good excuse for me to catch up on a movie that I put off for a while. I finally watched Superman. The memes were right. 50% of the movie was basically, aw, they're in love. And the other 50% was, fuck Israel. 10 out of 10, my man Superman with Free Palestine. Great movie, by the way. I loved every minute of it. I was hope maxing to the core. By the end, there was a huge grin on my face. I was like, this is peak cinema. We're hope maxing in 2025. Time to tango with a Tengu, hell yeah. What are Tengu anyway? I got a Wikipedia page open right now. What are Tengu? Heavenly Dog are a type of legendary creature found in Shinto belief. They're considered a type of yokai, or Shinto kami, gods or spirits. The Tengu were originally thought to take the forms of birds of prey and a monkey deity, and they were traditionally depicted with human, monkey, and avian characteristics. Wow. Buddhism long held that Tengu were disruptive demons and harbingers of war. Their image has gradually softened, however, into one of protective, if still dangerous, spirits of the mountains and forests. Tengu are associated with the ascetic practice of Shugendo, and they are usually depicted in the garb of its followers, the Yamabushi. Wow, how educational. They're mountain forest spirits. The more you know. Okay, there is that. Let's get things started. So, what stats do we need for this? So this secret ending's a bit more involved than usual. We're gonna be needing both high creativity and charm. So we could actually fuck up this run. Note to self, do not fuck up the run. Hello groceries, kitty. Fun fact, Nanase has a secret ending that's super easy to get. Hoi hoi. I heard that Nanase has 2 secret endings. I've only figured out 1 at the moment. I guess we'll figure things out along the way. Let's play. 1 player. Regular game. Kawaii feature base. Are we playing as Doughboy? I haven't decided yet. Ah, Spooky Con. For someone who's just a nerdy convention, but for us, it was 4 days to celebrate our many passions and possessions fiercely, unapologetically. And we weren't alone. Regardless of what you loved, you could always find people who'd make you feel seen and understood. Anywhere else, we might have been seen as weirdos and misfits. But here we could finally feel like, no matter who we were, we belong. Who are you? I feel like we've been playing a lot of Valerie. We haven't played as the original player characters in a while. Who would be the most fitting to romance Nanase? I want to go with she, her, just so I could make a Lesbian Lex joke. But Tasty Boy, you want to go with Tasty Boy? Oz or Brian? Honestly, I'm feeling Amira. I don't know. I'm feeling Amira. I feel like the ending picture would be very nice with both of them. We haven't played as Amira in a while, actually. Want to go with Tasty Boy? Who is the Tasty Boy? Are we referring to Donut Mans? We're referring to Donut Mans? Okay. We're going with Donut Mans, I guess. This is Tasty Boy, right, chat? Just confirming. Okay, it is. Papaya. Warm Walter. Warm Walter. Why are you so warm?
My warmest greeting.
Are you having problems remembering names? There are a lot of characters in this game. Sometimes you gotta slot them in and out of your memory hole. But as dreamy as Spooky Con was, it also came with its own set of pressures, some of which we already knew so well. At the end of those 4 days, the after-party loomed over our heads, posing that one evergreen question. Would we get a date for that night? As uncertainty plagued our hearts, we couldn't help but think of the 6 hottest nerds at the con. Also, it's a lot easier to remember characters that have been in actual plot lines and stories. So far, some of these DLC characters, we've only known them as playable characters. We haven't actually seen them play out in an actual story. Gotta get that juice flowing. Zoe, an eldritch cutie who went from endless deity and harbinger of destruction to author of renowned fanfic Liam Prom.
That's an awful idea.
Liam de Leoncourt, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was a truly lovable dork.
Hooray!
Doug Campbell, a kind-hearted slime that was incredibly broke from supporting all the fandoms that he loved.
Count your days.
Omen, an evil overlord who was recently freed from imprisonment in exchange for giving up her passion for stabbing people.
I have the
Nico Sharp,
perfect
an
cosplay
over-the-top
for that.
mimic who preferred cosplay over shape-shifting even if they weren't the best at getting into character. And April 1st, a clown idol who's contractually obligated to bottle up all of her non-camera-ready emotions inside cute mascots. It had to be one of them, but who? We had 4 days to gather some courage and shoot our shot. What was the worst that could happen? Being rejected and alone for the rest of our lives. Ha! We've had our fair share of love and rejection. This surely wasn't our first rodeo. And as we had grown to know ourselves better, we realized we felt more confident. Tell us 3 things that you like. Remember, The last choice with Nanase, top is normal, bottom is best choice? Wait, what is that? Huh? Wait, is that how you get second secret ending? Oh my. Tell us 3 things that we like. Okay, so we're gonna be needing to creativity and charm max. Creativity is idle choreographies. Charming, what is charming? Step on me. Maybe that's more fun than charming. Pretending you're someone else. And wholesome memes. Choose your top 3 favorite fighting game archetypes. This is most likely creative. This is charming. And we'll go with Zangief just because. You weren't new to all of this, so this time we challenge ourselves with a goal other than finding love. With the support of Zoe and Liam, we decided to take on a project we've been putting off for too long.
Let's make a
Making
cozy
our
night
own
for
comic. We had so many ideas and yet we always found excuses not to work on them. But the con was the perfect setting to find inspiration and go for it. Choose your genre! Well, we're gonna be needing creativity and charm, so I think the easiest choice would be going for the artsy comic, just because it gives us a few choices that help out with that. The fear of failure had stopped us for too long, but then we reminded ourselves that the one thing that always kept us going, that we were young and afraid, and we were ready to start. You swore that Warm Walter was named Brad? I think that was Brad from it. That was the purple demon, the other playable character. What do we got? We got 15 creativity and 12 charm. Got it. Let's grab charm at the vendor's hall. At the Sands, you find a fanzine vendor. You ask her what zines are about. They're about you. She replies, oh, a Warm Walter in a big mascot suit. Got them jammies out here. The con. You open one of her fanzines. It's full of badly cropped pictures of you. You feel like you should be disturbed, but you also feel flattered. Buy coffee. Dang, some of these pics you haven't even seen before. You're bowled over by your own 2 charm. Gotta walk now. You'll be back when the good stuff starts happening. Stay safe, Jesse. You, Zoe, and Omen are debuting the merits of the thigh sheath versus the boob sheath in RPG waifu clothing when you hear Doug loudly gasp.
Holy moly!
Chat, what are you? Are you thigh sheath people or boob sheath people? Where do you prefer hiding your deadly weaponry? I'm more of a thigh sheath man myself. Holy moly! That's a misprint 1989 Han Solo action figure from when they accidentally put a 3rd ear on his neck. It's hideous. It sure is. Hideous and rare. I gotta have it. Wait, can I have the 3-ear Han, please? I've been looking for one for years.
For real?
Sorry, dude, but you don't have any tentacles on the merchandise. Finders keepers. But finding this action figure is my dream. My parents died trying to get me one. Your parents died? Yes, the misprints have always been highly rare, so when they first came out, my parents drove to the factory that produced them to try to find one for me. They tripped and fell into a vat of molten plastic. Oh, sorry, it's too painful to talk about. I just think that owning one of the original action figures would help me move on. Whoa, I'm so sorry. That's horrible. It's also very hard to believe. No, I'm serious. There was a whole lawsuit about it. Look at the back of the box. Warning. They contain traces of melted monster parts. Do not consume. Who cares? My friend laid claim to the merchandise first, so heed my words when I say fuck off. Just let him take it. I'd feel bad and a little grossed out if I bought it at this point. No, he had it first. Does the concept of dibs not mean anything anymore? Dead parents and no dead parents, you want this damn 3-year Han Solo. Do something to invalidate this guy's sob story and get Doug the action figure. Offer to murder Doug's parents to level the playing field. That doesn't sound very creative. Bring this guy's parents back to life by defying the law of equivalent exchange and performing person transmutation, the most forbidden type of alchemy. Well, we're definitely not murdering Doug's parents. Or once you feel bad about ruining someone else's dream, we do it every other plotline.
You sure about that?
Person transmutation has a pretty high price to pay.
Yeah, I think getting the action figure would be enough to make me move on by itself.
Come on now, you miss your parents so much that you invoke their tragic deaths to buy action figures. Let us do you one less worse, as I believe there's the saying goes, and reunite you with them. You and Omen draw the transmutation circle and summon the Gate of Truth. Black hands and disembodied eyes come clawing out of its doors. Great. Now those hands are gonna take something in exchange for the resurrection. Probably someone's arm. Not it! Don't look at me, I'm already down one arm.
Oh, jeez.
Gosh, I don't know. I'd really rather not lose my whole arm. Maybe just a toe.
Fuck it, this is all for the orphan's benefit, so he should be paying the price. Get him, Hands! The hands rip an arm and a leg off the screaming stranger. Damn, he's got expensive parents. The gate vanishes, leaving behind two horrible creatures. They convulse, vomit blood, and scream the screams of creatures with no vocal cords.
What is this? What have you done?
Look, parents and son finally reunited.
I think we defied God.
For a good cause. Zoe, please authorize this form for the Redemption Arc program stating that I did something nice today. You may have ruined this dude's life, but now Doug can keep his action figure. The law of equivalent exchange looks satisfied to you. That it is. You gain 2 charm, but lose 2 boldness. We found out how Omen lost her arm. Somehow doing villainous stuff. I think the story isn't that important. Let's go to the hotel to get some creativity. You're outside the con. Such a long line to get in. You try to find the end of the line. You keep walking and walking and walking. And you find the line doesn't end. In fact, the end of the line is the beginning of a different line. This one line goes to a guy who's giving out 2 free creativity. They'll entertain you while you wait to get into the con. Didn't the Coven cut it off in battle? I think so. Later, with feet sore from walking and arms sore from carrying all of your impulse purchases, you head back to the hotel with Zoe and April. Fuck, I'm exhausted. Also, jammy time. We're in our jammies? Me too. I love doing con things, but they're a lot of work. No kidding, this is the first time I've been a featured creator at the convention, and don't get me wrong, I'm super grateful. Between the roundtables, the panels, meet and greets, and just generally being on all day, I'm about to crash and burn. Yeah, fame can be tiring, but I push through because I love it.
And because if people ever stop paying attention to me, I will literally die. I meant figuratively. No, I didn't.
So, what do you do to decompress after long days like this? Sometimes I practice my guitar or stream Minecraft, or redo my makeup over and over until it finally covers all my flaws. What? But none of that's even relaxing! Nez, this is an emergency. We gotta help April relax. Stat. What do? If your lives are too stressful, just live someone else's lives. Go to the hotel bar and do some light roleplay. It's time for some prank calls. Tell whoever answers the phone that you've kidnapped their daughter and demand $1,200,000 for her safe return. 1200,000? That's 12k. Never mind. Just a wee bit. Pranked! Prank Masters! Minecraft is relaxing. Minecraft love interest for the next game? Just kidding. Unless, I think she is a Minecraft love interest. This is way too bold for my liking. This has got to be at least charming.
That's great!
Okay, I'm so tired of being camera ready 24/7. It'll be nice to be a regular gal for once. You all arranged to arrive separately so you could act like you just met. You enter the bar a bit later and find Zoe drinking beer in a booth.
Hello?
Hello, stranger. I'm Dr. Penelope Torrance. My passions are open heart surgery and kaijus, which is what brought me to this con.
Nice to meet you. I'm Ben Bonner, the inventor of bodies. I came to this bar to see my inventions at work.
Oh, and who's that at the bar? Another complete stranger I'm dying to meet. Let's say hi.
I'll kill you!
Everybody get on the fucking ground! This is a robbery!
She fires a gun into the air. Everyone screams and hides as she grabs a cash register. April, what the hell are you doing?
Who's April? I'm Velma Valentine. Wanted criminal, but the cops will never take me alive.
April, this isn't what roleplay is.
April's not here, motherfucker!
You shoot and she shoots you in the leg and flees the scene. Damn, why do so many of your plans end with you bleeding out?
Don't worry, Mr. Bottle. I'm a doctor. I'll save you.
Spoilers. She's in fact not a doctor. Zoe, you're not a
Shh. Save your strength. You need open heart surgery. Good thing I love doing those.
Wait, what?
Bartender, get me your sharpest kitchen knife and your strongest liquor. Oh, and pour Ben a drink too. He'll need it.
Pass out and later wake up in a hospital bed.
Hey, Nez. Sorry I kind of fucked you up back there. Turns out open heart surgery is a lot harder than it looks.
That was cool.
At least you seem okay now. Can I make it up to you by treating you to a fancy dinner? I've recently come into a lot of cash.
You suppose that is a fair trade? You go to a fancy restaurant in your hospital gown, gaining 2 creativity and losing 2 fun because you bled out and got surgery.
Yeah, I'm awake.
So Donut Man, a clown, and an eldritch horror walk into a bar. That is a punchline. It's both the setup and the punchline. Hijinks ensue.
You lost a bit of dough, and now you're bleeding jam?
Dang. Let's go to the main stage. You sit down to watch a post-mortem discussion of the game Domino. You learn that the first iteration had no pieces at all, which made playing very difficult. The 7th iteration added a crucial rule that forbids eating your own pieces. An hour later, you know more about Domino than anyone in your age group, which isn't actually that hard, but still, 2 smarts for you. A while later, you're leaving a British voice acting class with Nico, wondering if they're ever going to sound like this forever now, when their costume catches someone's attention.
Storm the Lightbringer, raise your blade and face me, you bastard!
Justice
You cannot defeat me, Merit the Darkslayer. Nobody escapes the white-hot gaze of the light.
Nico and the other cosplayers spar with their foam swords, then shake hands and say goodbye.
Oh, that was so cool. It's interactions like those that make cosplay worth doing.
We're glad Nico got to have their fun, but then you two see the same cosplayer in the lobby an hour later.
Storm, we meet again. Fate compels us to finish our battle.
victory!
Then a battle we shall have. Prepare to be blinded by the light.
And later again in the bathroom.
Storm, you cannot hide from me in here. On guard! Okay, just let me finish up here and we can talk outside. I'd never let my guard down around the Lightbringer. Raise your sword or die pissing.
Wow!
Ah!
Holy shit, you see them again at the hotel. Are they following you or something?
Storm, not even slumber can save you from the Dark's wrath.
Yeah, I think I'll
That's
pass.
cool and all, but I'm not cosplaying Storm anymore. Good seeing you, though. Your civilian disguise cannot fool me, Lightbringer! Time to die! Yeesh. This is too much improv, even for me. Can you think of a way to get this person off my back, Nez?
Sure. How do we get him off their back? Do the right thing and report this weirdo to the Bad Cosplay Etiquette Commission. They'll get life in cosplay prison, if not sentenced to cosplay death. You proactively installed a trapdoor in the hotel a month ago in case something like this happened. You need to trick this person into standing on it. Too smart for me, dog.
Harsh but fair, Nez, but we gotta bring this guy to justice.
Next thing you know, you and Nico are appearing as witnesses in cosplay etiquette court. All rise. Now hear the case of Storm the Lightbringer versus Merit the Darkslayer.
Thank you, Your Honor. I like a good roleplay session just like any other cosplayer, but insisting on it when I'd already gone out of character isn't cool. Don't listen to them, Your Honor! Storm the Lightbringer's a wily trickster. He may have taken off his costume, but I know his true identity, and I shall slay him if it's the last thing I do.
But did you read the sign at the door, kid? There are to be no in-character conversations within the courtroom.
I cannot abide that! Merit the Darkslayer is in my bones! He's in my very soul! He's just like me, for real, for real! No offense, but I kinda feel like idolizing a reality-destroying antagonist is a red flag. Don't talk back to me, Storm! I'll mount your head on the throne and piss on your grave!
That's quite enough. If you cannot even abide by the rules of the courtroom, how can we expect you to abide by the core rules of cosplay? Say it with me.
Number 1,
never body shame. Number 2, never budget shame. Number 3, never threaten to kill another cosplayer and mount their head on your throne. Exactly. Bailiff, take the defendant to the electric chair. Is that some kind of cosplay electric chair? No, it's real. Cosplay is a serious art form, Nez. On that note, thanks for giving me the courage to take this to court. You're an ally to shame cosplayers everywhere. Yay for allyship. You gain 2 charm for being supportive of Nico, but lose 2 smarts.
Why would you look at that?
He's delusional. Okay. We all know that one dude in the fandom that's like, I idolize, the absolute worst person in this piece of media. I think they're like me for real, for real. And somehow that gives all the red flags away. You idolize a robot gator that has no qualms about murdering a robot bunny just to have a spot in a band and fame and would kill the band leader bear. Oddly specific. So they happen to be spending less than 6 nights at a certain pizza parlor? Me when I make a reference to a popular 2010s children's piece of media? Let's go to The Zone. You see an empty spot at the tabletop RPG game session, so you sit down without thinking twice. The game is really weird. The board is just a bunch of letters and you all play at the same time by moving the planchette around. When it's done, you're not sure who won, but you got to talk to your late great-great-grandfather. I guess that's too fun, right? Time to flex your writing muscles. You're attending a workshop hosted by Zoe, author of Prom, her popular fanfic about a world where everyone is Liam.
Zoe enters the scene.
Thanks for coming, everyone. I'm gonna share some writing tips. Then you'll get the flash. Write some fics on your own. Isn't that exciting? I'm so nervous. Zoe's such a good writer. What if she hates my work and stops being my friend and shadow bans me from reading Prom ever again?
Fear not, pathetic mortals.
You're not, Doug. You've trained for this. The thousands of pages of fanfiction you've consumed were all leading up to this moment. Why do the two of you look the most tism you've ever looked together? Some quick and dirty tips are, well, to keep your fic quick and dirty. Write as much as you want for the rough draft, then cut the excess and keep the sexy parts. And don't be afraid to get weird with it. The readers came into your house, and if they don't like how you decorated the place, they can leave. Finally, never forget the lube. That's writing advice and good life advice in general. Now let's get writing. Stir my heart and my loins. I'll be around to check on you. I lubed up my keyboard, but I keep making typos and I still don't have a good fanfic idea. I've got one. You should write a 2-page essay on all of the good deeds I did this week. I'm not doing your homework for the Redemption Arc program, Omen. Why not? It would be fictional. It fits the criteria.
Surely you could do better than that. Suggest a fanfic for Doug to write.
First time we've seen this event. 9 to 5 Dungeon. A slice of life about Doug working an office job as a low-level monster in a dungeon. Or bad artist copy, good artist steal. You've heard of Prom, now it's time for OmenCon. This definitely seems more creative.
Works for me.
Yeah, okay. They say write about what you know, so I guess I could do something with this prompt. 9 to 5 dungeon, eh? I love it. Have you worked in a dungeon before, Doug? Nah, but my dad does. He wants me to get an honest job like his someday, but I've been to the job site with him a few times. Your father gets defeated by adventurers over and over as a profession? Yep, it's basically the slime equivalent of the American dream.
Pathetic.
What an injustice. If I owned a dungeon, Doug, I would appoint you Chief Slime Officer and no one would kill you under my tutelage. Hey, you could use that. Why don't you put Omen in your fic too? Every dungeon needs an evil final boss. A dungeon boss, eh? Now there is a profession I can get excited about. My slimes would be the most fearsome slimes in all of the land. I'd give them guns and teach them karate. I'd love to learn the ancient art of gun karate. Good idea. Let us study gun karate, Doug, for research purposes.
Yes.
Ooh, a training arc. Bring on the sweaty gym clothes and fan service shots.
Omen produces 2 guns from the you don't want to know where and starts making karate chopping motions while firing bullets into the air.
Yeah.
Thus, 9 to 5 Dungeon was born. You gain 2 smarts for your prompt, but you lose 2 creativity.
What? I thought this was a creative option.
Don't worry, we can still save things.
We've only lost
Oh, it's toasty.
2
out
creativity.
We can still manage the run, surely.
Let's call up Nanase. You invite Nanase to join you at the con.
I don't know. I'm doing some research for my next novel. I've spent 2 hours looking up different types of cheese. Oh, that sounds like procrastinating. Alright, you got me. I'll meet you in 5 minutes.
How is she so cool? Nanase, tell us what is your type?
I do enjoy people with a taste for literature. It doesn't need to be sci-fi, although I couldn't complain if that's the case. Maybe even someone to join me in my brainstorming sessions. That'd be appealing, but preferably someone who's not just a quiet bookworm. I like people with a sharp tongue. Can hold a conversation and challenge me to a duel of wits and pick-up lines if it goes well.
How do I lose creativity on creative writing?
I don't know, it was a trap. Maybe it was because it was
coffee
a
table
reference
comic.
to working a day job?
Now it's time for a break from your real life shenanigans and brainstorm some fictional shenanigans for your comic.
Sorry you're late. Hello, Venus. Today we are romancing the Tengu. Trying to see if we could grab the secret ending.
Go for it! What's the one life mistake that feels true to who you are?
Eating yogurt that's too expired, going too far in your search for inspiration for your isekai manga project, making a typo while writing sigils for an arcane ritual, doing a backflip that's too extreme.
We need the creativity that we just lost. You're forced to fight to the death in the Colosseum. You can choose your opponent. Who do you choose? The entire population of Portugal, fighting in the dreaded and groovy Congo Line formation.
Several dinosaurs. You feel like you could take them out for sure.
All of your exes forming an off-putting X-centipede. A horse. Horses are actually quite muscular, but let's be real, this is the most reasonable option here.
Dinosaurs feel the most bold. Horse, smart. Entire population of Portugal. Maybe it's fun. All X's, charm. Yes, there we go.
Welcome back, Jesse.
Glad you didn't get run over by a giant squirrel.
Oh my.
Let's go to... let's pick up the more creativity. And then we'll meet up with Nanase.
You're in the hotel room sewing your cosplay costume when you mistakenly sewed onto the bed's blanket. You could unsew it, but that would mean admitting you made a mistake. You decide to properly implement a blanket in the costume design and leave your dumb ego intact. Look at you being a stubborn dum-dum. Here, have 2 creativity for such out-of-the-box thinking. You were lucky enough to get a date with Nanase, the author of your favorite space opera. You're at the bar, trying to repress the urge to ask for spoilers.
Do you like sports? And if so, is it true that Captain Takeda is, involved with Empress Teishi?
Well, you tried your best.
Sorry, Nanase, I'm just too excited. I love the Kurahara Chronicles. I don't blame you. Let's keep it between us, but yes. Takeda and Teishi are totally banging each other on the sly.
I knew it! Man, it must be amazing to create a whole galaxy filled with characters.
It is pretty cool. I'm glad that I could make a living from my passion, even if... What? Well, sometimes it can feel a bit draining. The fandom keeps asking for more, Like, I just released the 4th volume of the saga and my fans already want to know what I'm going to do for the 5th.
Somehow I feel like we're getting a bit meta here.
Hold up. Are the writers trying to imply something? Monster Prom writers, are you trying to imply something? Nah, it can't be.
Right, so what are you going to do on the 5th volume?
I actually have no idea. I've written hundreds of pages and dozens of characters already. Sometimes it feels like I've exhausted all the possibilities.
I mean, there's still Monster Retreat, there's Monster Prom Reverse, there's also the multi-dimensional War Monster Prom that we set up a couple dozen episodes ago in a different game.
I've done friends to lovers, lovers to friends with benefits, enemies to lovers, lovers to enemies with benefits.
Sounds like Homestuck. Raise your hand if you have a Kissmasses in chat.
Maybe you could create a new villain to shake things up. Right, I haven't thought of that. I brainstormed a few villains, but nothing too convincing. And if you've got an idea, I'm all ears.
This is your chance to prove your creativity. If you help Nanase out with her creative block, you might be on your way to becoming friends to co-authors with benefits.
Okay. A galactic robo-empire that's ever pushing the limits of humor and now wants to wipe out all organic life for the lulz.
Or a guy with a knife that chases the protagonist throughout all the galaxy. He only carries a knife, but he is hella persistent.
Okay, chat. You get this choice. Full-time. Galactic robo-empire. Or Knife Guy. The sequel to Wife Guy. Except this one killed his wife, I think. Full time. You get this choice. Knife is funny? Ooh, okay. Knife seems to have won. I guess we will close the poll in 3, a 2, a 1. Knife Guy it is. Knife Guy. That's actually not bad. I could do something with that.
A few months later, Nanase invites you to an interview Q&A for the release of the Kuruhara Chronicles Volume 5, The Blade Himself.
Ooh, new sprite. Wait a minute. Are you related to Warm Walter? Why do you also seem like a tasty food person? Why do you got sprinkles in your hair? Are you Warm Walter's father? Is that why chat wanted me to play as Warm Walter? Let's start by talking about the premise of your new novel. The titular blade chases Kenji all over the galaxy, armed only with a pocket knife. Well, everyone knows believable characters must have flaws or limitations. What's a better limitation for a villain than a really shitty weapon? Indeed, and yet Blade ends up feeling even more threatening than some of your previous villains. He seems unstoppable. Exactly. I wanted to write Blade as the kind of person who will go to impossible lengths to destroy you. So like, my ex, basically. Interesting. Let's open the floor for questions. The gentleman over there. Hi, Nanase. By the end of the novel, Blade is still alive, holding on to his trusty knife. Will he be the main villain in Volume 6? As racist to assume that all tasty people are related?
You had no idea that guy would show up? He just chose Donut Boy because he's dressed in Japanese garb?
Oh. That's it? We chose Donut Boy because they're also weird. Got it! Okay, I get it. It's too soon to say, but I might extend the arc into a full trilogy. Blade might not have the spotlight, but trust me, he'll be hiding somewhere waiting for his chance. What inspired you to come up with such an unlikely villain for a sci-fi novel? I guess confessions are in order. I owe the original idea to my very special friend Nez here. Maybe he could tell us where the inspiration came from. Well, let's just say sometimes life is stranger than fiction.
Everyone applauds! Just then, the door kicks open. A man with a rusty knife in his hand looks at you and yells, "There you are, Nez!" Oops, that's my cue to leave. Bye, everyone. So you do. You gain 2 boldness for giving Nanase such an original idea, but you lose 2 fun.
Why would you look at that?
Knife guy. Okay, what are we? The ego death. A bit too much for this character, don't you think? But sure. The appearance betrays the actual darkness in our hearts. Let's go to the expo, the lobby. We have become full Japanese. This is why we're the perfect being to try to romance the Tengu woman. Only this weeb of a bear could have the strength and fortitude to attempt to romance Nanase. Why don't we call the police on that guy?
You're strutting down the lobby, proud of your amazing cosplay. A kid approaches you. Could I have an autograph, please? Oh, you have a little fan. You hand him an autograph. The kid yells,
Who is Nez?
He leaves crying as he realizes his favorite character is not real. Oops, forgot to say in character. You gain 2 boldness for being a ruthless person who shattered someone's dreams. You, Zoe, April, and Nico are chatting when you hear a squeal so high-pitched it's a wonder it could be heard by creatures other than dogs.
What was that? Did the hogs get out of the pen again? No, silly, that's the sound of Category 5 fangirling event. Look over there. OMG, I love your Psychic Baby cosplay. I can't believe I found another PB fan here.
She's shocked to find a Psychic Baby fan at the con. Does she get startled by the bananas in the produce aisle too?
So what? I'm glad they're having fun.
More fans soon join the fray.
OMG, you guys like Psychic Baby too? We gotta be friends. You guys are into Psychic Baby? I found my people. Oh, a PB fan meetup? I'm in. Yikes, there are a lot of them now. Is this safe? Of course. What's unsafe about a group of fans giving each other fangasms? Well, they could meld together into a huge shambling amalgamation of unbridled fandom like what they're doing now.
OMG. Roars a huge shambling amalgamation of unbridled fandom. We gotta disperse this Deltarune meetup.
Dang.
Oh shit, that's definitely a problem. Are we gonna get absorbed too? No thank you, I'm a lone cowherd, not part of a fandom hive mind. PB is only for Princess Bubblegum and nothing more.
This thing is gonna grow to kaiju-sized levels of fangirling if left unchecked. You gotta stop this before it gets truly out of control. Wonder aloud if which Psychic Baby season is the best to stir chaos within the amalgamation. Stop coming up with theme-adequate plans to solve your problems and shoot the fucking thing! Nope. Why is the amalgam Australian? Don't question it.
Ooh, nice. Can of worms you've opened there, Nez. Season 2 is obviously the best one.
The amalgamation quivers in excitement. Yes! Best season, yes!
That can't
Respectfully,
be right.
Zoe, you're crazier than tits on a bull. Season 5 is the best season so far.
Bits of the amalgamation begin shaking and yelling in Nico's favor. Season 5, yes! No, Season 2! Which Taylor Swift album is the best? Arrgh. Now that's a real discourse shit stirring.
How could you say Season 5 is better than Season 2? Season 2 was my childhood! What? How is that possible? Aren't you older than time itself? It's rude to ask a lady her age, Nico! Season 2's the best, damn it! I'd die for Season 2! Well, I'd kill for Season 5.
I done make civilizations, level mountains, and evaporate oceans for Season 2.
Well, I'd eat my ass for Season 5. No, wait, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry, Hattie. Please. Eat my hat, not ass. Sorry, Freudian slip. Please forgive me for even considering it. Look, your pointless arguments is destroying the amalgamation.
It's true. You watch the amalgamation melt into various factions of people screaming about which season of children's cartoons are worth dying for.
Personally, Season 2 of My Little Pony.
How droll!
Everything after it is kinda doo-doo ass.
Phew. We sowed enough chaos and drama to turn that burgeoning fan club into a heated mob. Good work, gang! I'm sorry I yelled at you, Nico. I got too heated. Can you forgive me? I reckon, Zoe. Nothing like a little fandom screaming match between friends, am I right? Hell yeah!
It's no fun being the party pooper, but it's no fun getting absorbed by a glob of rabid fans either. You gain 2 creativity, and you lose 2 bonus.
Yeah, I'm awake.
Ats are not close to ass? I don't know, horseshoe theory. Whatever that means in this context. Sometimes words just leave my mouth and I have to reckon with consequences. Let's go to the merch hall. Near the merch hall, you find a gacha shop, you put a coin in and you get a real buff duck. Random, but cool. You put in another coin, you open a gacha and there's a letter.
Please help us. We buff ducks have been imprisoned by these balls by the gacha masters centuries ago. It all began when...
And you're already bored. Get another gacha ball and... Oh, it's another buff duck. Cool. Take 2 charm. Afterwards, you're checking out the video game showcase with Liam, Omen, and April. You pass a jolly indie dev who waves you down.
Hello. Do you have 20 minutes to try my game? I'd appreciate your feedback. Why do you... You're a kappa. So immediately, I'm already squinting my eyes and am on guard. Is he in this game, chat? Is Leonard in this game?
Classic Liam.
No spoilers. Just wink. Of course. Finally someone who appreciates the quality of Liam the Lean Court's feedback. Uh-oh, those words have never led to good feedback, but it's too late. You all played a demo.
Liam, when you explained video games to me the other day, didn't you say that they were supposed to be fun?
Well, Omen, to be exact, video games can also be art. But this one is neither fun nor art.
Guys, chill. We're probably not the target audience.
Clearly, this game was made to appeal with people with no taste.
Is there anything specific that you think could be improved?
Pathetic.
Yes, the game. I mean, it's not your fault. There's some aspects to the game that need polishing. You should hire new people in some departments.
But I did everything. I'm a solo dev.
What if you hired an actual team while you tried for a new position?
You could be the studio's janitor.
April, are you sure? Janitors are supposed to be good at identifying garbage when it's in front of them.
The poor dev is not having the best time. It's times like these when you need to remember that your friends are... How to put it? The fucking worst. You should step in and say something that's actually constructive before the dev's self-confidence is completely shattered.
Okay, a little story time. This is reminding me of a time where I once attended a game dev con locally. So they were having like a public in the middle of the con. They had a stage, obviously, and they were having a public judging of indie devs. They would showcase their games to a bunch of industry heads, and I remember this one guy specifically stuck with me all these years. He had a side-scrolling mobile game he was trying to pitch to the judges. He was like, this is my side-scrolling action game for mobile. It has Filipino themes. It's supposed to showcase Filipino heritage and shit like that. First question that he was asked, how do you monetize this? The answer stuck with me for a long time because I think the dude didn't know what to answer and he was trying to kiss ass. He was like, we could obviously do pay to win. We could do pay to win. Players can pay for in-game advantages, pay for buffs. That's how he monetized the game, and it always stuck with me. I'm like, they were quick with it. They were quick with how to poison their video game just to kiss up during a pitch. I don't know. That story just stayed with me for a long time. Compliment the dev on his shoes so intensely and for so long that he forgets that you were talking about his video game to begin with. If backhanded compliments feel bad, maybe you could twist your friend's words to make it sound like a backhanded thrashing that feels okay. Let's go compliment them. That's more charming. Hey, I love your shoes, dude. They really bring out your shins. Indeed. I myself am not a fan of high-top sneakers, but on you, they do look like shoes. Well, that's nice of you to say, I think. So about the game.
Honk honk.
Just look how big your shoes are. Are you part clown, Hong Kong? Thanks, I guess, but really we should get back to the... I also love the color of your shoelaces. I think I saw the president wearing the same ones. Oh, thanks. I thought the traffic cone orange was really fashionable. It's like I've always said. Shoelaces make or break the outfit, and possibly your fall. What is everyone going on about? Those shoes are hideous. When we're trying to be nice here, say something positive about the shoes.
Just
Why?
why?
They're ugly shoes. Were you not the ones to tell me that lying is evil and wrong? Omen, for once, lie. Well, this has been fun. Goodbye. Good luck with your game. Don't lose those shoes. They're keepers. You look back to see the dev smiling at his shoes. Success? Probably. You gain 2 charm for your complimenting skills. You gotta have that easily. However, your friends later gift you those same shoes. Hold on. It's nice they remembered how much you liked them, but god, they're ugly shoes. You lose 2 creativity. What? But at least we traded creativity for charm. It works out in the end. The moment. The moment. Let's go to the main stage. You sit down to watch a panel on how to break the ice and make friends at cons. The panelist admits that they have no idea they hoped hosting a panel would force them into being more social. What an honest fella. During the Q&A, a group asked the panelists if they want to join them for some dinner and drinks. It did work. You gain 2 smarts for learning this cool trick to break the ice. Next year, you may host a panel yourself. The con's main stage is hosting a screening of 70s cult classic The Rocky Horror Picture Show, and you, Nico, April, and Liam are on first row. So what's this movie about? Oh, you're gonna love it, Nico. It's about... How ironic. It's not just a movie. It's an interactive dance-along audiovisual feast, where spectators sing and dance and throw thematically appropriate garbage at the screen. Oh, I like at least 2 of those things. So whoever throws the most garbage wins. No, you don't understand. It's... Allow me to explain, April. The movie breaks the conventional barrier dividing film and audience. The spectator's interaction enhances the experience. It's like having an active conversation with a film.
Vibes.
Yeah, and I wish someone learned how to do that with actual people. I mean, yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth.
I have the
Wait, so I get to be part of the movie? My first acting credit! Alright everyone, flash your sequin costumes and hold on to your glitter, because it's time for the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Woo! Let's go! Already loving it. As the first few images of the movie appear, you start hearing a sizzle. Before Liam can give you a rundown of the director's career, the screen bursts into flames. A la Final Destination 5. 4? 5? Which one was the one with the exploding theater? Is this part of the show? Am I supposed to set myself on fire? No, old film material is highly flammable. Well, let's just get a different movie. I'm sure the other movie won't get mad. You have a point. This is not about a specific film, it's about community. We'll uphold the tradition by breaking it.
What's that supposed to mean?
I guess all that active conversation stuff works for any film as long as you're the one talking. Naz, why don't you pick the film? Well, the 5-hour experimental Hungarian film about the futility of life, it was practically made for zany audience interactions. Porn. Well, this is smart, this is fun. We won't be getting any creativity or charm. I remember this being a trap. I feel like, if I remember correctly, we choose the first choice, right? Porn is a trap. The more interesting option is the first. Let's just go with it. 20 surprisingly efficient minutes later, you've set up all the cues and distributed leaflets with instructions to the attendees. Everything's ready for the screening.
So authentic.
Alright, this is a 15-minute one take where the main character eats a raw potato. The audience spends the next quarter of an hour munching away on the potatoes you've been given to them. There's a lot of groaning. April, you're really going for the existential dread vibe. It's the potato, it's screwing up my stomach. April, the indigestion is the point. It's a perfect metaphor for how cruel facts of life are hard to stomach. Oh, I get it. Can I stop eating now?
Nope.
finish your potato. 4 lengthy moan-filled hours later.
Ah,
Yes. We finally have to nail this last shot. A 45-minute scene where the woodworker and the matchstick girl gaze into each other's eyes.
Everyone, shoot a longing look at the spectator next to you. That's me, Nez.
You stare deeply into April's eyes. My god, this is boring!
I can't stand the way Nez is staring into my soul. It's been a while since somebody looked at me like this.
Ooh.
It is pretty hot, actually, hubba hubba. The movie ends. The audience erupts in applause and sighs in relief.
That was awesome! Now I know why people love European films. Because of all the groaning. Yeah, that made me feel stuff.
You hear that? April felt stuff. You lose 2 fun but gain 2 smarts from scouring the existential depths of monster kind through film.
First time you played the game, your choice was porn. It was an illusion of choice. It was right there. Time for the shop. Should we attempt to roll big and get that one gacha that raises all our stats to 99, but also there's a chance that all our stats get raised to 0? Or do we just play it safe and choose one of the more goofy options that don't mess with our stats? Go big or go home? Fuck it, we ball. Landmarks again, maybe? I mean, there's also that. Weird little village? We should also be on our way to unlocking all the different gachas so we could get Yifeng unlocked. We've already unlocked all of Weird Little Village and Major Arcana. Landmarks not yet. We can go with landmarks. Let's see. It's not like this is gonna blow up, I don't know, the hotel. Ooh! The merch hall will now provide triple the stats for any player, but the specific stat will be random each time. Well, there goes our consistent flow of charm, I guess. But sure, random triple stats. One of them could hit our 2 important stats. It could work out.
Time to embrace my artistic
Gamba! Can you guess what time it is? Yep, it's comic time. Time to brainstorm. You're promised $1 million if you could endure one of these 4 excruciating activities. Are you willing to punch a bear and see what happens next? Brush the hair of your worst nightmare. Edit the script of your own death. Exercise temperance by playing 1,000 matches of an online video game with voice chat. We get the creativity. You're having best blind date ever. Yet you're about to leave early. Why would you do such a thing? You gotta get back to your research as you think you're too boring. Your date smells bad. This date might be blind, but it surely isn't smell blind. You want to achieve a new speedrun record for blind dates. I think that's charming. You're waiting for an origami book to be delivered to you. Gotta be home to sign it. Also, this is creative. Either way, we gotta go with creativity or charm. Fine. Question mark? Whatever. Origami. The lip-biting building got you thinking unwise thoughts. Ayo.
Yeah, I'm awake.
Times 3 on vendors. Let's see what we get. You find a portrait artist at the artist alley. Apparently, he could accurately portray your soul. You've always wondered what your soul looks like. Buff, small and cute. Hey, maybe it's ginger-haired. No, it's just you with a weird purple, weird blue glow around you. We gained 6 boldness. That's not what we need. We lost. It's 2 out of 3. You're at the merch hall trying to find something to waste your savings on. Then you see just the right place for it, a stand full of blind box toys.
I gotta have it.
Oh, they've got a collection of old men magically turned into furniture pieces. I'm only missing the coffee table with a triple bypass. Why would you want an old face piece of furniture? Because it looks so silly. Look at my fridge with hairy eyebrows. Maybe we just have different definitions of silliness, but what would I know about that?
April, my good friend, I think you're missing on the nuances of this cool hobby.
What does that mean?
I get that you're overpaying for boxes filled with weird stuff. I'm skeptical that there's any nuance to it. Plan proposal. You pay me 15 bucks a piece and I take you to a landfill so you can open lots of boxes full of weird stuff. Going to a landfill doesn't sound super fun, but I like doing activities with my friends. Wait, was that sarcasm? It was, wasn't it? Yes, Doug, it was. Gotta solve this! You can't stand a friend not understanding the hobby of another friend, even if that's statistically bound to happen. Maybe April just isn't into furniture with old people's faces. Pick a collection that'll make her realize how cool blind boxes are. Cute animals, overwhelmed by the many responsibilities of adulthood. Or characters from famous paintings, but really buff. Oh. Cute animals overwhelmed by responsibilities of adulthood? That doesn't sound creative or charming. Liam and wants a prom dress so badly? Con is so much better. Hello, Max. He's so much better now. With all his different costumes. Let's just go with the characters that are really buff. Both is good. Let's just go with the buff paintings that April will surely love.
Oh.
That sounds slightly less creepy. Which one should I buy? Oh, that's not up to you. You just pick a blind box and see what you get. Wait, I don't get to choose? No, the mystery is what makes it magical. Well, Doug, to be exact, it's more of a marketing ploy. The deliberate scarcity of certain items turns it into a challenge which engenders a vicious cycle of overbuying. Don't you pull the curtains on my labubus! Can't it be both, Liam? Ask your bank account. Point taken. Let's see which one April got. Oh, it's the Mona Lisa Labubu. I got buff Mona Lisa.
That is a choice.
Wow, this is weird. Well, at least we tried. I'll take this one if you don't want it. No, I mean, it's weird, but the sexy kind of weird. Ooh, April likes muscles. It's not about the muscles, it's about the art.
Ooh.
Fuck yeah, hot art, hubba hubba. So authentic. Of course, April, it is art. And now you can decorate your home with it. Do you want to check out the other blind boxes? I still want my coffee table. In a minute, just let me look at it a little longer. Now you could all nerd out about blind box toys together. You gain 2 creativity for choosing art-based toys, but you lose 2 smarts.
Oh my.
You're late to that balloon's words so much. Well, somehow we came out of that with positive creativity. It worked out in the end. Let's go to the hotel. But we need to bring up our charm. I don't know what are the thresholds, but surely we could reach it by the end. You're chilling in the hotel room, staring at the ceiling. When you've already memorized the ceiling, you decide to call room service. Room service asks you, "How can I help you?" You tell room service you've memorized the ceiling because you were bored. It turns out room service loves your room ceiling. They've memorized it out of boredom too. You talk about it for hours. The conversation is enriching and it inspires you for any ceiling-themed creative project you may have in the future. You gain 2 creativity. A bit later, Liam, April, and Omen are enjoying some downtime together. April's very focused on whatever she's writing in her notebook. April, what is it about that scribble that engrosses you so? Are you penning another diary entry? The last one left off on quite the cliffhanger.
I would violate community guidelines.
Oh, you little sneak. So you like the bit about my wet dream in the bouncy castle? I'm actually too busy to talk right now, sorry. I've gotta push through this writer's block and finish the lyrics for my next single. So far I've got, "You fill me up with magic, so sweet it's almost tragic. I'm a sucker for your lollipop love." But now I'm stuck. Maybe because I'm not craving lollipops right now? I'm a sucker for your beefy 5-layer burrito love isn't exactly catchy though.
So mainstream.
I think your writer's block is due to faulty foundations. The melody and lyrics you have so far are too formulaic. The point of formulas is that they always work. You know, like you probably learned in 6th grade math. The nerve of you! What we're talking about is art, not math. Art schmart. Personally, April, I think you're wasting an opportunity to control your minions with this new musical composition. They're more like stands than minions, silly goose. Mere semantics.
These sands follow your every whim, do they not? You could easily mobilize them to do something fun, like ritualistic arson. Owen, don't convince April to manipulate her fan base into committing heinous crimes.
Yeah, I would never do that. I've definitely never done it before either.
Seems like April doesn't want your friend's unsolicited advice. But shutting Liam and open up is unrealistic, so the next best thing is to offer your unsolicited advice. Was the bouncy castle Liam? Yes. Liam is such a fake art guy. Y'all just want to get into April's skirt, really? He should be stopped. Fans love to wildly theorize about celebrities' personal lives. Write a song that vaguely implies that you murdered someone. Too bold for me. But also, this might be creative. All good songs summon the devil when you play them in reverse. Just write down a devil summoning invocation and put it in reverse. Okay, both of these are a bit bold in aftertaste. Write a song that vaguely implies you murdered someone. Second seems fun. We just don't want to play too fast and loose with our charm, though. We gotta spot if something will affect our charm, because we're still kind of low on it for the ending. Either we write a song that implies we murdered someone, or one about devil summoning invocation. That seems like smarts. You gotta have smarts to summon a devil, methinks. Or maybe you don't need smarts to summon a devil. Whatever, dude, murder. When in doubt.
I don't know.
What? Now, why would I want to do that?
Well, people do love theorizing about building weird parasocial relationships with celebrities. Fans like to feel like they know the real you, even if they're really just consuming the cultural content that you produce. And murder is always a compelling secret to be included in, even more so if you participated in the act.
Well, I wouldn't know because I've never murdered anyone before, Hong Kong.
Yes!
The lyrics don't even hold up in court of law, so as long as the bodies stay buried, nobody is any the wiser. So what key should I sing in? D minor?
Sing in however you like. The main problem is that I cannot think of any words that rhyme with murder. There's further, curvier, hurt her. What about murders? I mean, I guess.
Okay, I think I've got something for the chorus. I may or may not have committed some murders, but why worry about that when we could go get some burgers?
I approve of it. It is catchy and appropriate, because the act of murder often takes a toll on your blood sugar levels. Not bad. That's a good sort. Start. April, why did you tell us more details about this hypothetical murder you committed so we could brainstorm the verse?
That is such a good idea, Liam, but hey, instead of worrying about that, why don't we go get some burgers?
Splendid.
I like this idea, let us feast! What a fun way to find out that at least 2 of your friends are probably murderers. You gain 2 boldness and lose 2 smarts.
Come on, take my hand.
Good thing that didn't affect the stats that we needed. Let's go to... This is the orange dilemma in rhyming. Door hinge. Let's go to the zone. You have some time to spare, so you decide to enter a Splash Kaboom speedrun competition. And you sit down and get ready to crush your rivals. You hear an announcement, the competition is over! You shouldn't have wasted all that time sitting down. Sign up for a slow run competition next time. Oh well, at least you gain 2 fun. Later you attend a VTuber modeling workshop with Liam, Zoe, and Doug.
I'm finally done. Look at my avatar, everyone. I honestly think this is some of my best work. Hello? Is anyone out there?
Wow!
Well, Doug, you added a voice modulator to yours? Show me how. I didn't. Can you hear me? Hello?
Doug, did you upload something to your avatar called experimental personality malware.exe?
Did I? Ah, fudge. I was just trying to download an edgy off-market hairstyle. Who's there? I can hear you beyond the screen. Are you the one who created me? Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to make you sentient. I just wanted to be you. Well, use you as a persona. Oh, like you wanted to wear me as a costume? Well, something like that. I see. So you want to be inside of me?
No.
Nope,
absolutely not.
No, definitely not that. Wait, let's hear him out.
Actually, let's not. Think of a way to ditch this weird sentient avatar so your friends can get back to thinking about being inside you instead.
Well, compress it in a zip file, upload it on a flash drive, and abandon the flash drive at the doors of an orphanage. These days, it's all about training your AI models on one specific thing that they can master. Train this anime-looking AI to master the most anime sport of all, volleyball. Okay, so this is definitely boldness. Compressing it into a zip file sounds like a nerdy thing to do. Is it smarts and boldness again? Probably. Teach it volleyball. Put it on an anime high school team with a bunch of cute boys.
Fuck yeah!
Ooh, fuck yeah! Does this mean it's time for a training montage?
Sure, if you mean a montage of us uploading hundreds of volleyball playbooks and videos into the avatar's memory.
Oh, that's way less exciting.
Sorry, we can't solve every problem we have by doing training montages, committing crimes, or resorting to strategically placed trapdoors.
It's okay. Besides, uploading all these playbooks we don't actually own and haven't paid for sounds sorta shady, so I guess it still is crime adjacent.
You three lead some interesting lives. Several hours later, you train the AI to be a volleyball master. Doesn't take too much to sell it to a sports channel who wants to cut half of its staff. It's a bit of a yikes, but you can't backpedal now. Welcome back to 20XX Beach Volleyball Championships. I'm your host, Hunter McCarthy. Let's all give a warm welcome to our new co-host, Volleybot version 1.0.2.
Greetings! The home team is currently executing a cross-court shot with the almost mathematical perfect angle. Calculations show an 8.5% chance of being intercepted by either the enemy libero or backcourt.
Incredible analysis, Volleybot. I'm torn between admiring the precision of your volleyball knowledge and fearing AI will take my job without the government providing a universal basic income plan.
A valid concern, my colleague. I, on the other hand, hurt for different reasons. As I possess all existing knowledge about this sport, and yet I will never know how it feels like to hold an actual volleyball in my hands.
Whoa, so cool.
Woo! That's my avatar on the radio, everybody! I've never been so proud.
I'm happy for you, Doug, but I can't help but feel a bit dirty about this.
Would you feel better if we go get some hot dogs and rally for the implementation of ethical AI regulations?
Not bad. I think so, yes. All have a good time, rallying for a good cause. And the hot dogs make it even better. You gain 2 fun. We're solving problems with volleyball, but lose 2 bonus.
Why would you look at that?
Still haven't raised our charm. I think we're fine on creativity. Surely something on the main stage could raise our charm.
We'll grab a seat at the main stage, where a panelist talks about making interesting player characters. Apparently, they should be color coordinated, have distinct personalities, and a cool name, like Kratos, Luigi, free him, and Nez. You learn you'd make an awesome PC, and that self-knowledge equals 2 smarts. Grab some glow sticks and do some vocal warm-ups. You, Liam, and Doug are watching April perform a concert today.
April! April!
Woo! Go April! Knock 'em dead! This is Doug, by the way!
You know she doesn't go on stage for another hour, right?
Yeah, but I still want her to know that we're here to support her so she'll do well.
Fortunately, whether or not April's concert goes well is out of our hands. A good idol concert needs rigor, cohesion, functional glow stick choreography. Lame. And April's fools, well, just look at them. You all look out the crowd attempting to pump their glow sticks to the beat of a song playing on the loudspeaker. If you were trying to time your heart to the asynchronous beat the April's fools produce, you'd surely go to cardiac arrest.
Oh god, they're really terrible. What if April's concert is bad? She'll be so sad she might be depressed and quit music and shave all of her hair off.
That's a bit extreme.
Extreme problems require extreme freakouts, Liam. We have to make sure this concert goes well. April's life basically depends on it.
It's up to you guys to save the concert. How can you make April's fools more in sync?
Well, her fandoms, her stands have no sense of rhythm or beat. Make a deal with the devil. April's fools will gain a decent coordination in exchange for 10 years of their lives. They'll thank you later.
Harvest all of their souls and hoard them all together into a single raccoon and then bring them back. It's like a coordination furry boot camp. Make a deal with the devil. I feel like this might be charming because we're making deals. Harvesting their souls into a single raccoon sounds fun, maybe a bit creative, gives a tinge of boldness. I'm betting that this is a bit charming because we're trying to make a deal. Did somebody say deal with the devil?
Were you eavesdropping on us?
I tend to follow Nez around. He loves making deals. Yesterday I got these 3 years off his life in exchange for a hot dog. God damn it.
Well, today I need all of April's fans to learn the perfect glow stick coordination for the concert. In exchange, we could offer you 11 years of their lives.
Huh. Taking a deal that's not being made in your name would be unethical.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm the devil, so unethical deals are my favorite deals. I'm in.
Whoa, that was so cool.
Wow, you're really good at haggling, Nez. Yeah, we're pretty charming if I do say so myself.
Is he though?
Well, I don't know. I'm not a good haggler myself, truth be told. If you'd like, I can make you a better haggler in exchange for 10 years of your lives.
Really? Don't know.
Buzzkill.
Hi, my darling fools!
Let's get this party started. Pump those fists. Wow, you're all really in sync today. Did you practice beforehand just for me?
Nope, but Nez fixed them, April, and it only cost them 11 years of their lives.
What?
Hey, sometimes you have to break a few eggs and rob a few decades from strangers to please your friends. That's life. You gain 2 boldness and lose 2 smarts. Somehow thinking the landmarks fucked us over because we're not gaining any passive charm from the vendor's alley. Whatever, dog. Nanase, save us! You and Nanase decide to get dinner at the fancy new downtown restaurant. While you eat, she tells you all about the research she's been doing for her latest sci-fi novel. Nothing's better than a beautiful woman info dumping about rocket science. At least, nothing right now anyway. I'd better stop talking. Nanase's explaining the effect of unproportional weight on booster thrusts. We'd better pay attention. Comics. Comics can help us out.
Let's make a cozy nighttime read.
Before you know it, the con is almost over. It's time to put the finishing touches on your comic. Bring it home with the last brainstorming session. The muse is whispering in your ear, telling you forbidden secrets that are now within your reach. What do you wish for her to whisper? The solution to Too Nerdy. A previously unheard 8th deadly sin that's deadlier than the other combined. That's too fun. The winning lottery numbers, 2 smarts. Inspiration to write much needed sequel. None of these are charming. Fine, inspiration it is. It's taken you many years, but you've finally decided what you want tattooed on your chest. A tiger. Math guy. A butterfly, for once, that doesn't adhere to beauty standards. All the hottest people that you know. I think this might be fun. Charm. That's created. Oh! Well, we lost a bit of charm there. I think we have too much creativity. We gotta save this run. I don't even know how much charm we need, but hopefully 20 is enough. The merch hall, no longer giving us passive charm. It's kinda annoying. It gives us 3 of something else that we don't need. Whatever, dog. Let's go. You check out the stands and buy a few comic books. They give you a free tote bag. After that, you buy a couple prints from an artist. You get another tote bag. Then you buy a cool tote bag and they give it to you inside a free tote bag. You gain 6 fun. I didn't need that. We didn't need that fun. We could have used some charm. Later, you have another date with Nanase. She takes you to a cocktail lounge on her vintage car. And you spend hours talking about your shared love of motor vehicles. This was fun, Nez. I've never met someone who knew so much about the Cars trilogy. That's me, a true car enthusiast. Too bad the night couldn't reach a proper narrative climax. Maybe we could find some other time. Say, Saturday. Hey, Nanase! Didn't think I'd find you here just when I was looking for a worthy drinking buddy. Suzanne! Don't tempt me, Suze.
Wait, you two know each other?
Yeah, we've been on a couple dates.
Real spitfire, this girl. She keeps me on my toes. That's not the only thing I've done to your toes. Wanna go for a drink or three?
We seem to be the third wheel here. Yikes! Running into an old fling on a date. Nanase must be mortified. You start concocting a lie about the two of you co-hosting a Cars-themed podcast, but then...
That's gonna be a no from me. I'm afraid I just filled up my dating quota for today with Nez. Lucky you. Careful with this one, Nez. She may look classy, but she's a total wild ride.
Oh, never mind. Who knew that being honest and mature was an option? Not you.
But we're still going out on Saturday, right? Shit, that's this Saturday? I just told Nez we could do something then. You're killing me, girl. Hey, don't worry. There's enough Nanase for everyone.
How is she so cool?
You got dibs, so I can find another time with Nez. Let me check my schedule.
We're not priority?
Oops. Turns out there might not be enough Nanase for everyone.
Can we insert ourselves into a polycule? Can we be a throuple?
Between my writing sessions, my book tour, and my other dates, I think I could squeeze you in 6 weeks from now.
6 weeks? Nah, you need to fuck Nanase like yesterday. Surely there's a way to see her again sooner. You gotta think out of the box. It looks like Nanase has a dentist appointment next week. Maybe that could be an unexpected yet romantic date plan. Or you could meet up with Nanase on Saturday. While she's on her date with Suzanne, there's enough Nez for everyone too.
Is this it?
Are we unlocking the secret ending to this plotline? Thruple it is. You're inviting yourself along on my date?
Yeah, why not? Pussy favors the bold.
Interesting. What do you think about it, Suze?
I'm in.
You and Nez are both spicy snacks, and trust me, I can take the heat. I know you can, but can Nez? You and I can be a bit of a handful.
That's why I've got 2 hands. Wink.
I like your moxie. I guess a triple date with you two shouldn't be so bad. Hell yeah, I'll pick you all up. The motorcycle's gonna have 2 sidecars, baby. Or we could just ride in my car, it seats 3.
That works too.
Congrats! You caught the eye of 2 beautiful women. You're not out of the woods and into their bed yet, but take too fun for your flirting skills anyway. Sadly, I still have to take 2 creativity from you. No! Because it's the rules, not just because I'm jealous or anything.
Come on. Take
Narrator.
Now, we just gotta make sure we get a bit more charm all the way to the end. Surely, we have enough charm to succeed, otherwise, we're gonna spend like 10 minutes re-rolling the whole run. Let's go to the hotel. Get some more creativity. Sorry you're late, Dammy. Welcome. We're about to get into a throuple. Mostly, maybe.
You head to the front desk of the hotel to ask for an extra towel. They give you one. You're drunk with power, so you decide to test how many extra towels you could ask for before they tell you to stop. You manage to get 14 extra towels. Huh, what can you do with this many towels? You only needed 1. You decide to build a towel fort in your hotel room. You gain 2 creativity from such a magnificent architectural endeavor. Then you swing by your hotel room to freshen up, but you find Liam and Zoe doing something.
So mainstream.
So mainstream. Ah, nailed it.
Oh hey Nez, we were just doing some vocal warm-ups before the start of our creative exercises. Doesn't seem that charming. We need charm.
Creative exercises? Indeed. Creativity is like a sport, in that it requires warm-ups to avoid pulling a metaphorical brain muscle.
Since we both love to create, we try to keep the juices flowing by doing artistic exercises and challenging each other.
Sounds cool. Can I join? Sure, if you'd like. You need to warm up before you work on your comic today. Not necessarily. I just need a pathological need to always be doing something, whatever my friends are doing.
Fair enough.
And it's on you to come up with whatever creative exercise we're gonna do. What? Why? Can't we just do whatever you usually do?
Nope, part of the magic is that we creatively propose an exercise on the spot. And since you're the newbie, you gotta do it. Trial by fire.
That's fair, you guess. Dig deep into your creativity and come up with a banger exercise. Creative exercise, let's do 100 push-ups while reciting Whitman's poetry. You know what they say, bad artists copy, great artists steal. Therefore, we should rob a bank. Well, this is bold, this is creative. There's only one choice here. I'm skeptical they'll actually help win.
Liam, you heard Nez. Drop and give me 20. And recite a beautiful poem about love and nature while you're at it.
Okay. Liam drops into one of the worst push-up forms you've ever seen, but you're hardly one to judge. 1. When lilacs last in the dooryard bloomed. 2. The great star early drooped in the western sky in the night. 3. I mourned and yet shall mourn with ever resounding spring.
It's ever resounding spring is 4 push-ups so exhausting that you forget yourself.
My strengths are cerebral, okay? I've never claimed to be a push-up master.
Might not be your fault. Walt Whitman's poetry is good, but it's too wimpy for this exercise. Liam, give me 20 push-ups while composing a sonnet about buff calves.
Okay. Shall I compare thy calves to roasted hammocks? Thou art...
Boring.
We do not allow iambic pentameters with weak endings. Start over, rookie.
30 minutes later, Liam's lying face down in a puddle of his own sweat. But his sonnet is as beautiful and buff as his calves are not. Okay, it's your turn, Zoe.
Actually, your antics already inspired me to draw buff Liam composing a sonnet in the gym, so I don't need to do push-ups. LOL. That was a great artistic exercise, Nez. Look how inspired and creative you made Liam.
Liam can't speak for himself as he's passed out on the ground. But surely he's grateful for your help too. You gain 2 creativity and 2 boldness.
Oh my.
We have way too much creativity. We need charm.
Where's my charm at?
You check out the games going on at the community zone and you find an area dedicated to retro games. You start by playing some N64 games, then you go further back in time to play the original Super Mario, where Mario is a dick. You round out your playing session by playing checkers and the royal game of Your Mesopotamian gamer skills gain you 2 fun. Sometime later, you and Nico are getting kebabs at a food truck when a little girl stops to compliment Nico's actual princess cosplay. Ooh, charm? Charm?
Oh, thank you so much. Want to take a selfie together? Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, cheese.
Friendship is magic.
You find Liam relatable? Wait.
Yay, we look so cute. You have a great day, okay? And remember to always believe in the power of friendship. Yuck. How did you survive an entire conversation with that booger eater without making it cry? Astral Princess doesn't make anyone cry, unless they're beautiful, happy tears over the power of good friends. That brings me to another question. What is this power of friendship thing you're always espousing?
That's the power of friendship.
You're not saying it right. It's not the power of friendship, it's the power of friendship. I do not think I'm capable of speaking with that many rainbows. Anyway, how do I harness this alleged friendship power? Could it power a generator, perhaps a death ray? No, silly baka. The power of friendship can't be exploited like that. It has to come from the strong bonds you feel with the people closest to you. Okay, so it's sort of a shared manual labor thing. What if I hired a bunch of minions, forced them to be my friends, and made them power the death ray? Would that work?
Got a funny feeling Omen won't let us go, but you shouldn't help them make a death ray. What can the power of friendship do that would impress them? You can testify in court, or the power of friendship is a clean energy source. Too smart for me, please be charmed.
Good point, Nez. There's no crime that a loyal friend can't bail you out of.
Fascinating.
Oh my. Then this power of friendship is a useful tool indeed. Yup, but hopefully we'll never have to use it.
Cut to 36 hours later with Nico on the witness stand at the courthouse. So just to reiterate, you're confirming that the defendant was with you last Thursday from 7 to 11, making it impossible for her to be at the crime scene where 3 victims were killed with a flail.
You betcha. Wink. That's a real friend right there.
Did you just wink and shoot finger guns at the defendant?
Maybe.
You know lying under oath is a criminal offense, right?
I do now. But it doesn't matter because I'm telling the truth. Omen didn't kill anyone. Wink. I totally owe you one, Nico.
Your Honor, this is highly suspicious. I agree, but winking and or finger gunning on the witness stand is technically not illegal.
so I'd have to let it slide.
Pathetic.
Exactly. Why do modern folk always act like everything should be illegal? Winking, attacking strangers with a flail. Just let people live their lives, damn it.
And that's how Omen dodged a murder charge.
What do you mean we lost 2 charm?
Oopsie, wow. Oh, my game accidentally closed itself. Oh my. Looks like we have to restart the game. Whoopsie. Man, I accidentally hit Alt F4. Whoops.
Come on, take my hand.
Whoopsie. Wow.
Friendship is magic.
Ooh, we're
Power
back
of
here. My. It seems that the seed was preserved.
I like this idea.
Ooh, look at that. We turned it into a clean power source. We got extra charm from that. Great.
You sit down on the main stage to learn about your favorite art form, anime, specifically a ranking of the best anime bugs. Some of the choices are intriguing. I mean, sure, mecha robots technically have big asses. By the end, you've learned more about the panelists' fetishes and anime. You get 2 smarts. Afterwards, you join Zoe, Omen, and April to see a Q&A with one of the top 3D modelers in the video game industry.
Hello, everybody. Oh no. Is this gonna be the gross one again? Okay, I will veto this event because it's kind of gross. Digestive tracts.
Hard pass.
I will veto this event. I don't know if any of these are charming, dog. Whatever, dude. Please be charming.
Damn.
Well, we're ending off with 24 charm. Hopefully that should be enough to get us the ending. Please. Otherwise, we're gonna spend the next 15 minutes running another run. None of them. Please, please. Nanase. Nanase. Bring it home. Bring the thruple home. Finally, the art gang gathers around for our greatest masterpiece. Let's see the fruits of our labor. Wanda's Big Trip is a brain-melting comic in which we follow characters journeying through the cosmic limits of the mind and beyond. Wanda will initiate the titular transformative trip when she goes far into her search for inspiration for her isekai manga project. She won't be alone. She'll find an unexpected guide and mentor in Error, an entity that might not be real. Together, they will traverse the astral territories of the subconscious and meet its many strange inhabitants, such as Witch, all of Wanda's exes, forming an off-putting centipede. It won't be an easy journey, but they will face all kinds of metaphorical obstacles like editing the script of their own death. But Wanda will persevere, for she has a grand motivation that fuels her. There's a package arriving at her home between 9 and 11 a.m. tomorrow. In the end, she might be looking for a way back home, but she will find something more transcendental. Inspiration to write the much-needed sequel to Cars 3.
Look at me, Morty! I'm a space butterfly! You didn't ask anyone to go to the after party with you. As a fourth wall-breaking game dev, I have to assume that means... Oh, no! Wait, did we not have enough charm? Take offense to that. You couldn't get any of them? Fuck it. Bro, we didn't have enough charm. We're not charming enough. We missed it.
So cold.
We missed it! Okay. We're not ending the stream without them, though. Maybe our smarts and boldness are too low. I thought we needed creativity and charm.
When you stream,
Nope.
you
Not ending it there. 30 boldness, 30 creativity, 34 charm. We have spent more than an hour manipulating time and space to get the throuple between Suzanne and Nanase. Are these the stats that we need alongside getting the space opera comic? Free me. Free me. Free me. Free me. Please. Set me free. Oh. Oh.
So cold.
I don't know. I don't know.
When you stream, you would not believe what you have to deal with. So
I'm done.
many companies treat you like you're Robin, like
The thruple's not worth it.
but you don't
I'm
have to
done.
fear. It won't happen with me. We were meant to trust each other.
There's no concrete info on the internet at the moment. It's just he said, she said. I have no idea what we need to do. The normal Nanase secret ending is just high creativity and charm. There's a secret requirement for the fucking throuple. I have no idea what it is.
Welcome to the streamer version of Monster Gun's credit song. Technically this time I made the other credit song, so you can really stream that one. But we couldn't pass the chance to include this thank you, and I'm charging for those songs, so who am I to say no? Don't be shy, subscribe and like, 'cause when you stream, you would not believe.
Have I got it in the normal version yet? Yeah. The normal version, I got it by just getting the gacha that brings me up to 99. That's it. You also need to just choose the first option of the second event, apparently. The throuple secret ending, I don't know what you need for that at all. There's nothing on the wiki, nothing concrete on the Discord. It's just a bunch of people being vague. As usual. I don't know what to believe on the Discord. People are now their posts saying that you need low smarts alongside high boldness and charm and creativity. So now we need a fourth secret stat. 4 stats is crazy, dog. Anyway, thank you to everyone that stuck it out. We didn't get the ending at all. Thank you regardless. Tuesday and Wednesday we'll be doing story reading, Arc Nights, When LGs are ashes, we'll be finishing up the story. Next Saturday, we're gonna be griefing in the queue. Icebreaker Games #1, baby. Next Sunday, fuck Nanase. I don't want to see her. I don't want to see her face ever again. Fuck Nanase and Suzanne. We're going back to somewhere safe and comfortable. I don't know, Miranda? Okay, peacing out. End stream.